Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started. And away we go from East Rutherford. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Now running right. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Nicks off the play action. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They fake the handoff. Now Nicks. This is a heater going deep. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
That's grabbed at the 10. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. To the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Go.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields. His first throw is an interception. Pat Surtain has it. And into the end zone he goes. A pick-6 for Denver. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Easy. Here we go. Green 19, Jets.
Here's a give for Wright. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Offense to the line for second down.
Here we go, snap. Green 19.
Shotgun snap to Fields. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The rookie from Michigan there that time.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Third down, they need 7.
Here we go. 331, 331. Right.
They'll air it out on third. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got first and 10. Running behind center with Wright. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Throwing on first down, Nix. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
On first and 10, here's Nix. Scott reels it in. He has room past the 25. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos pull that in front further, 13-zip. Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right.
They run it from the gun with Wright. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green 19. Can I connect? All right.
Fields out of the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Now Wright. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos push their lead to 21-zip already. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott. 19 windy. Here we go. All right.
Play action, Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Blue 58. All right.
Wright's running out of the gun. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Hurry up.
Offense in the hurry up here.
37-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Fields on 3rd. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
That's taken on the 7. And he gets him what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. This is Wright running left. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Here's Nix. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Towards Scott, but it's intercepted. And the Jets turn the interception into a drive starting in enemy territory. He's tackled at the 45-yard line. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good. 19 section. Oh, hurry up, hurry up. Right.
Wright gets it, headed right. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 21-0 our score. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10.
319, right? You got what? You got right.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Here we go. Right.
Now it's Fields. He's still going at the 30. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Here we go, set. 319, good set. Right.
Here's a give inside to Wright. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, kid, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Right.
Right again. They stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, set. Turbo, set. Go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Ryland is good. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Marvin Mims now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. The give to Wright. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Second down the line is only going to manage a yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Nix from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense will go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Nix with it on first. Completes it to his back. Look, Clint Allen. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Short pass brought in. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Ready. Shanahan.
Nix to throw again. Forced out to his right. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
So 2nd and 5 on deck as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. There's more from MetLife Stadium on the other side. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll throw again. Nix. Complete left side. It's just long. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
Touchdown, Broncos.
So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Back to pass on 2nd and short. On the move, hit it right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Let's see how that last incompletion affects this third down call.
Don't jump. Ready? Tonight.
Fields looking to throw. He finds its target. That's Taylor. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The Jets take their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
Here we go. Turbo, sir. Go.
A pistol snap. Fields. Ooh, on him quick there. And they bring him to the turn. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Okay, that was so good, really, on two levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play. And you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Here we go, side. Side.
Third and long for him here. Made the throw as he was getting hit block, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up fourth and long. And Robbins on again for another punt.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hold on, sir. Motion, motion. Ready? Ready? Shanahan, Shanahan, Shanahan.
This is right. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8.
Hold on, sir. Hold on, ready? Ready? To the right, yep.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
for number 11.
This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be third and long.
And 8 yards to go.
Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10.
Here we go. Good. Green 19, get tonight. Tonight.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Running right. Here's Wright. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for a New York first down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34.
58, who's that? Right.
Here's right on the carry. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on first down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Offense to the line, second down.
Here we go. 321, 321. Go.
Looking to throw Fields. They've got a screen to the running back. They'll muster a little down to the 30. Enough to stop that play with Jahdae Barron.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Six yards to go here. It's third down.
Here we go. 330. Sit high.
To the air on third and long. Going deep here for the end zone. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos get it back after making their third first-half interception.
This is a time with the communication upstairs from the booth gate down to the field. It starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, and he is killing his team.
This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5.
Hold on, set. Ready. Ready.
Here's Nix to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet. It gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Hold on, set. Ready. Ready.
They pick the handoff. Now Nix. Connects on the crosser. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On first and 10, here's Nix. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this winds up a short gain to the 29. And Sauce Gardner dropping him there. Second down now, 7 to go. Running it with Wright. Running in the red zone. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas. And we see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Ready. Ready. Don't go. No.
First down, and they go right back to it. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but he didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Hand off, running left, right. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
now as they try to pile on further.
Over set.
Here we go, right up the gut. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. Patterson on for the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run with Wright. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He's looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, side.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He's going to push one deep down the right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Here we go, side.
Fields on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
He'll get it at the 9. He found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10.
Over set.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Running in the red zone. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
There's a give for Wright. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Jets football, and they're probably ready to just get this final quarter over with. Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down.
Here we go, son. Green 19, Jets tonight.
Off play action, it's Fields. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Blue 58, blue 58. Go.
Running behind center with right. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs, against the better defenses in this league.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go. Set high. Hey, Ken. Under crunch. Set high.
Now Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here we go. Blue 58.
On 1st down, they'll run. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Keep going. Set high. Set high.
Fields out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Pick it up. Right.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets making the scoreboard look a touch better. On is Chad Ryland for the point after. The XP is up and good. And the Jets cut into the lead by another point.
42. Jets 10. Chad Ryland to kick off.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. On the return, here's Mims. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. The Broncos had their eye on that play clock, and before it expires, they call a timeout. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for Broncos' 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Ready.
1st and 10. It's Harvey. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. RV once more. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
The 37-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The Broncos had their eye on that play clock, and before it expires, they call a timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Ready. Captain. Motion.
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
Olay. Bombers.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. And that's a win for the pass rush. Shit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you can chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
This one well struck and angled toward the sideline. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one. Just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. It's all right.
Now right. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Play action now. It's Fields. Vacates quickly left side. And no look in. That throw falls to the ground.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sign of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Here we go. Go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Now, can't blame them looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down.
Here we go, son.
Desperation time here. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. Brought in inside the 20. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets trying to do some window dressing.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Here we go, son. Green 19, right to that. All right.
Now Fields again. Chasing out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
we go. 58, Lucius, cut. Tonight.
Right, running out of the gun. He's going to take this one forward for a gain of about 9. Third down coming up.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to keep them from piling on those yards.
Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. He takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, then let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either. This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. On the return, here's Mims. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Gotta hurry this to the line.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from New York.